Hi there, welcome to Move Everywhere, Ryerson's virtual fitness classes. My name's Sharon, and this is the stretch class, stretch and flexibility class. So a few things before we get started, in case you haven't taken the class before, is you want to have a mat or some sort of a space at your place where you can lie down comfortably, whether it's on a blanket or a towel or something like that. And another thing is if you have a strap, if you find that you're not very flexible, a strap does help. You don't need a proper yoga strap, but even if you're at home, if you have a belt or a scarf or something like that, that would do. And then last thing, again, it's not mandatory, but if you feel like you're not that flexible and want assistance in some cases, if you have a yoga block or two, that would be awesome. If you don't have one, that's also fine. Even if you have a stack of books or something, we'll figure it out together, okay? The other thing is, before we get started and I put the music on, is it's a flow. I'm going to talk you through the whole flow. We're going to stretch everything from the head to the toes. And you want to breathe. I'm going to remind you always to take nice deep breaths, especially on your exhalations. That's when you want to try to deepen your stretch. So I'd like you to not ever bounce in any of the stretches. That's just really pulling the tendons and fibers and things. So really you want to exhale in the stretches to try to deepen them. We stay in a stretch for about 20 or 30 seconds. And listen to your body. If anything feels too intense or if it hurts and doesn't feel right, just ease off of it, okay? And if there are some things that you can't do because your body doesn't work that way or you have any injuries, that's fine too. We'll figure it out. We'll do modifications. Simply, some exercises maybe aren't suitable for every body, right? So I'm going to put the music on. We are going to get started standing up. Okay, so standing up, legs open, just wider than shoulder width apart. The first exercise is going to wake everything up, okay? So we're going to inhale, clasp the hands at the front. Exhale, curl your spine forward. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, circle your arms nice and wide. Clasp your hands. Inhale, arch your back, open your chest. Exhale, fold forward, relax the knees, relax the head. Inhale, roll up to standing, and then exhale to circle your arms. So we're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, curl forward. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, big circles, clasp your hands. Inhale, arch your back, open your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll it up through the spine. Exhale, circle your arms. Last time, clasp your hands. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift, stretch. Exhale, big arm circles, clasp your hands. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, relax, forward. Inhale, curl up through your spine. And exhale, circle the arms. All right, we're gonna bring the head forward, chin towards the chest. Exhale, bring the head back. And let's maybe do about 5 more sets, forward and back. Just make sure when you bring your head back that your neck stays nice and long so you don't crunch the back of your neck. Okay, last one. Finishing center there. Now inhale to squeeze your shoulders up super tight to your ears. And then exhale to drop. I'm going to have you also squeeze your fists. So squeeze your fists, squeeze your shoulders. and exhale to drop. Let's do 2 more. Inhale to squeeze up tight. Exhale to drop. Last one of those. Inhale, squeeze tight, tight, tight. And exhale to drop. You're going to bring one arm behind you here. Take your other hand and gently tilt your ear towards your shoulder. Okay, so I think you're opposite from me on the Zoom, but you want to press your opposite shoulder down, breathing into the side of the neck that you're stretching there. And if that's too much on your neck, you can release your hand down and have a simple stretch on the side of your neck. And then turn to face towards your shoulder. Now release your head, release your hand, bring your chin towards your chest, and lift your head back up to center. Now the other arm is going to come behind, other arm can come up and over, and tilt your ear towards the opposite shoulder, breathing into that side of the neck. Turn your face towards your shoulder. Release the head, release the arms, chin comes down towards the chest, and lift the head back up to center. Do a few big shoulder rolls up and around to the back. Okay, so let's do about 4 of these, nice and slow, nice and big. I'm just going to face the diagonal here. And then let's go forward about 4 times, up and around to the front. Okay, let's take our right arm up just in front. Sorry, you might be opposite from me. Take one arm up just in front of your ear. Hold onto your forearm. Lift and lengthen your arm and your spine. Pull that arm over into a side stretch. Okay, so breathing here. So all the way from your waist up through your fingertips. Nice big stretch. And breathe. Now just release forward center. And take 2 breaths to roll up, to stand. You're going to take the other arm up just in front of your ear, hold onto your forearm, lift and lengthen your arm and spine, pull that arm over, up and over, nice big side stretch, breathing here. If you prefer, you can have your opposite hand down on your leg. Just keep the energy reaching through those top fingertips. Now release it forward to center. Take 2 full breaths to roll up through your spine to standing. Okay, let's take both arms up nice and tall. Inhale. You're going to exhale, twist to the side, arms are going to come down. And lift again, inhale up, come through center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Keep going, a few more sets. Exhale, big spine twist. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, big twist. Last one, finish center, inhale up. That's great. You're going to bring your arms down, come towards the back of your mat. I'm just going to turn it down a little. So hopefully you can still hear it and I don't have to yell. So now legs are about hip width apart. We're just going to bring the chin down towards the chest. Start to roll down through your spine. Knees can be soft. Walk your hands forward into a downward dog position. Okay, so your hips are up. Your heels are pressing downwards, shoulders are nice and strong, and you want to breathe into the backs of those legs, the backs of those calves. Now lift one heel up, release the other heel down, and alternate. So you're walking your feet out and breathing into the back of that calf, the back of those Achilles. Try to keep your hips fairly still. Now press both heels down again. Keep those hips up and big stretch here. Now releasing both knees all the way down. We're gonna sit all the way down. Legs in front of you, hip width apart. Backs of your thighs holding on. We're gonna flex the feet. I'm gonna go to the music, but you don't have to. You can go at your own pace for this. We're just trying to flex the feet, obviously pulling the toes back as far as you can from the top of the ankle here. Now we're gonna point through the feet, so lift the heels and work your way up to the tippy toes. So as I was mentioning before class, everybody's body is different, so everyone's feet are gonna look different. Some feet are gonna be more flexible, some less flexible. Don't worry about how it looks. Just do what you can. Now, check this out. 1 foot pointed, 1 foot flexed. We're gonna alternate. Try not to overthink it or you'll get confused. It's just like walking. Let's do 2 more. Okay, now, so legs are still hip width apart. We're gonna do these giant foot circles. So you have room to meet your feet in the center there. We're also getting the toes involved. So you're gonna spread your toes and then grip your toes each time you do your circles. Reverse those circles. Two more like that. Okay, we're going to bring our legs all the way together. Lean back on your arms. We're going to open and close the thighs. So just starting to loosen up the hips. And the feet can be nice and far away, so you're in a comfortable diamond shape. They don't have to be right close to you. So whatever you can manage, just trying to loosen up those hips as I mentioned. Also be careful that you're not sinking into your shoulders, so really lift up your chest, pull down your shoulders, and just breathe as you go. This time, keep your thighs together. You're going to drop your knees over towards one side, come back through center, and then over to the other side. So you can go at your own pace. Let your hips follow as they need to. Okay, so getting the knees all the way to the floor or as close as you can, and your hips can follow. Last one, you're going to finish center. So we're going to pop up onto the knees and just stretch out the wrists and forearms. If that's not good for your knees, you can do it seated as well. Palms are facing upwards, fingers towards your knees. You're going to gently press forward over the tops of your wrists. So you get a big stretch into the top of the wrists and forearms. So about 20 seconds here. Now release your hands, flip your palms down, fingers are still inwards towards the knees. And just resisting the top of the wrist towards the mat, stretching out the underneath of your wrists and forearms. Releasing your hands, just take a sec here, shake out your wrists and fingers. Hands behind your head. You're just going to bring your elbows forward, lengthen, use your thumbs to lengthen the neck, and keep lengthening the neck as you bring your head forward. And just breathe into the back of your neck, the tops of your shoulders. Releasing the hands and head. We're going to sit all the way down. So if you're not that flexible in your hamstrings, this is where you might want to grab your belt or your strap if you have one. Otherwise, don't worry, we'll figure out a modification. You can just hold on to your legs. So legs are extended, feet are flexed. We're going to inhale, lift and lengthen the spine and arms. Exhale, lengthen forward to try to grab the toes and pull them back. So if your hamstrings or your back for that matter are quite tight and you can't reach your toes, if you don't have a strap, you can hold onto your legs. Or you can take this extra long strap under your feet and hold on here. So whether you have your toes or your strap, really lengthen through the top of your head to lengthen your spine, shoulders are down, away from your ears. Every exhale, see if you can gently pull yourself a little closer towards the legs. If you have a strap, take both sides in your right hand. Otherwise, just hold your feet with your right hand. Take your left arm, inhale, twist open to the left. Exhale, return to center. We're going to switch sides. Take your right arm, inhale, big tall twist. Exhale, come back to center. Again, left arm open and twist. Exhale, return, last one, right side, inhale, twist. Exhale, return. Now roll it on up to sitting. Pull your right foot in towards your left thigh. Okay, keep your left foot flexed. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lengthen forward. Take your left toes or your strap. Okay, so same thing, shoulders are down, long spine. Every exhale, aiming your chest a little closer towards that thigh. Okay, roll it up to sitting. You're going to cross your right foot over top of your left thigh. Your knee is up, both sit bones are down, tall spine. Twist over towards your right side. Okay, so you can use your back hand to really press up from the floor to try to lift your lower back. And resist away from your top knee with the opposite arm to deepen your twist. And return to facing front. Now we're going to try to bend the bottom leg underneath. So for some people, if your hips are quite tight and this position is not possible, keep your bottom leg extended and your top leg might be up here, okay? So whether the bottom leg is extended or the bottom leg is folded under, it might look a little different than mine. That's fine. We're just going to reach forward with the chest and fold over the legs. We're going to hang out here, relaxing into this pose, breathing. Okay, so if you're doing the modification, it might look something like this. So you could feel it in different places. Maybe you're feeling it in your back. Maybe you're feeling it in your hips. I feel it in my glutes mostly and hamstrings. Exhale, roll up through your spine to sitting. Now swing your top leg, that's going to be your right leg, around to the back. Pull your left knee straight forward. Okay, so you're pressing up from the floor with your arms. Try to release your right hip flexor. So that whole right side, the hip flexor, the psoas muscle, try to let it go. And then a little exhale and shift towards the right. So shift towards the back leg. Now return to center. Do that again. Shift towards the right side. So you feel the stretch comes up a little higher. Come back to center. I like this one. Now let's do one more. Maybe my hips are tight, that's why. Okay, coming back to center. Awesome. Let's come down, swing the right leg around to the front. Now your left foot is pulled in towards your right thigh. We're going to do the whole thing on the other side. So lift and lengthen your arms and spine. Exhale forward to try to take your toes or your strap. Shoulders are down, spine is lengthening. exhale, try to get a little closer to the leg. You may notice one side is a lot tighter than the other or feels different than the other. Interesting. Exhale to roll it up. Cross your left foot over top of your right thigh. Knee is up, sit bones are both down. Tall spine twist to your left this time. Press up from the floor with that back arm. And keep resisting away from the knee to deepen your twist. Okay, return to facing front. Now, same as the other side, whether you're doing the modification with the bottom leg extended, or if you want to bend out that bottom leg, see if you can cross your top leg over as far as you can. Lengthen the spine forward over the legs, relaxing over the legs here, or modification here. So breathing into the backs of the glutes, the hamstrings, the back of the hips, wherever you feel it the most is where you want to focus your exhales. Okay, exhale to roll it up through your spine. Swing your top leg around to the back. That should be your left leg. So the other leg. This time bring your right knee forward. So just sitting up on your foot. Press up from the floor with your arms. Try to let go of that whole left side here, the left hip flexor, psoas. And then a little shift towards the back leg, towards the left. Exhale. Return to center. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, shift towards the back leg. Inhale, back to center. Last one, exhale, shift to the left. And then return, center. Great. So we're gonna lie on the stomach. We're going to start to stretch out, this first exercise is stretching out the fronts of your shoulders. So right arm extended out to the right. You're going to bend your left arm, hand by your left shoulder. Lift your left leg up a little and bend it, and then just twist over. And you want to put your left foot on the floor behind you there. So you should feel a little stretch in the front of your right shoulder and right chest. You can press away from the floor with your left hand to deepen the twist open towards the ceiling. And if you do want to deepen it, you could take your top arm, your left arm, up and over the back. Or you could bend your bottom leg and bring your bottom leg over with your top leg. Returning back to center on your stomach, extend your left arm out, take your right hand by your right shoulder, right leg up, bend it, twist open, right foot on the floor. So breathing into the front of the left shoulder and chest. You could add your top arm over the back if you like. Or you could add your bottom leg over if you like. Back to center. I'm going to have you bring your hands towards your shoulders and just press up to your hands and knees. So now we're going to stretch out the backs of the shoulders, and also it's a spine twist as well. So right arm over to the right side. Take it under your left arm, walk it over towards the opposite wall, head down. Left hand above your head on the mat. Press away from the floor with that left hand to twist open towards the ceiling. So you kind of make a window with your arm, with your elbow, and you can look up towards the ceiling. So your head and your neck and your eyes are following your spine, which is twisting open towards the ceiling. And now slowly back to your hands and knees. left arm comes out to the side, take it under your right arm, walk it over towards that back wall, head down, right hand above your head on the mat. Press away from the floor with your right arm, twist open towards the ceiling. You want to breathe into the back of that left shoulder, breathe into the back. Back to your hands and knees. That's a good one. Okay, so let's feet together, knees open. Just sit on your heels. We're just going to take a second here in a shell stretch. And just breathe into your back. And while you're there, breathing into your back. I'm warm. I'm going to take my top layer off. So now we're going to come up to the hands and knees on an exhale into a cat stretch. So round out your spine, right? This is an exhale. You're going to inhale, release your hips forward into this spine extension. Exhale, press up again into your cat with a round spine. Inhale, sit back in your shell stretch. So we're going to do that all together again. So exhale to curl the spine up, cat. Inhale, release the hips forward into an extension, shoulders are down. Exhale to press up again into your cat. Inhale to sit back in your shell. Do that again. Curl the spine. Inhale, release the hips, extend the legs. Exhale, press up, curl. Inhale, sit back. We're just going to do a half of one of those. So exhale to curl your spine. Inhale, release the hips and just stay here. And then make your way down to the mat. So down here, you're going to open your arms wider than your mat. So your shoulder blades are open. They're around ear height. This is a spine extension. If your back is really flexible, you could have your legs together. If not, then you can have your legs as far open as they need to be to feel comfortable for your back. We're going to inhale, lift the head and neck. Exhale, pull the shoulders down and press up from the floor. Inhale to stay there. Exhale to roll it down. Again, inhale, lift the head and neck. Exhale, pull the shoulders down, press it up. Breathe in at the top. Exhale to roll it down. Last time, this time stay at the top. So inhale, lift your head. Exhale, pull the shoulders down, press up. You just want to make sure that you're not squeezing into your shoulders. So that's what I mean when I want you to pull the shoulders down. So the shoulders are away from the ears and your neck is free. Okay, so we're going to inhale, bring your head towards the left. Exhale, return it to center. Inhale, turn your head to the right. Exhale, return it to center. Just breathe in at the top and exhale to roll it down. Now bring your forehead under, your hands under your forehead, bend your legs. They can be hip width apart. And just slowly rock your hips and your legs side to side. Just loosening up your lower back joints. You do this all day, but let's finish there, release your legs, and then we're going to roll right onto the back. So we're going to have our legs open about hip width apart, heels fairly close to your seat. And we're going to roll up and down through the spine, one vertebra at a time. So you're opening up the back on the way up and opening up the back on the way down. So you're going to curl your tailbone off the mat to start, and then keep curling and keep curling and keep curling. So one bone at a time. So at least 2 breaths to roll up, and then at least 2 breaths to roll down. So on the way down, keep your hips up as long as you can. Start to roll down from the top of the spine. one little bone at a time. Touches down on the back. Okay, so try that again. Start at the tailbone. Keep curling, keep breathing. Keep your hips up as long as you can. Start to roll down from the top of the spine. So soften your breastbone, and then your ribs, and then your lower back, and then your pelvis. Now we're going to do one more and stay at the top and maybe have the hands underneath as a back arch. If that's not comfortable for you, do another roll up and a roll down. So everyone can start just by rolling up together. 2 full breaths, opening up your back. And then if you want to stay at the top and add a bridge, you're going to press your arms into the floor and lift your hips up. You could either walk your hands together and your shoulders together and press your arms here, or if you can sneak your hands under your waist, you can do that, or you could pull your toes in and your heels up. Breathing into your back. Now we're going to start to release the hands, start to roll back down through your spine, breathing as you go. Now bring your legs in towards you, wrap your arms around your legs, just a little easy rock side to side. A little spine massage. Maybe add your head to the opposite direction as your legs. Finish center, bring your legs up into a little diamond, inhale back, exhale to roll it up. All right, so let's grab a sip of water if you need one, and then grab a strap if you have one. We're gonna lie on our back, start to stretch out our legs. So our bigger muscles we're getting into. The hamstrings. Alrighty, so lying on your back, I'm going to have you start with your left leg bent and your right leg is going to come up towards the ceiling, okay? You're going to hold on to the leg, or you can even hold on to your strap if you prefer, around the bottom of your foot like that. So if this is decent for you and you're feeling pretty flexible in your hamstring, see if you can release your other leg down towards the floor. So you're taking nice deep exhales, whichever version you're doing, supporting leg bent, supporting leg stretched. Maybe you don't have a strap and you're flexible and you're holding your foot. Any version you're doing, nice deep breaths, breathing into the back of your right leg. And then every exhale, see if you can gently pull the leg a little closer to try to deepen the stretch in the back of that right leg. And then one last exhale, one last big breath, gently pulling the leg in, then you're going to release the leg, and we're going to switch to the other leg. So you can have your right leg bent, your supporting leg bent, and then your left leg can come up. You can hold on to the leg, or you can hold on to the strap. This is my very tight leg. So if you're feeling warm enough or flexible enough that you can extend your opposite leg, then go ahead. Keep breathing into the back of that left hamstring. Every exhale, maybe see if you can deepen the stretch a little bit. So the goal is to have both legs extended. No matter what version you're doing, you want to keep your shoulders on the mat and your tailbone on the mat. So be careful that you're not curling the tailbone up off the mat this way, thinking that you're being more flexible. You actually want to keep your tailbone down, okay, and your shoulders down. So we're not doing one of these either. Shoulders are down, hips are down. A couple more nice deep exhales into the back of that left leg. Exhale, pull the leg a little closer. And then release that leg. Yikes, okay. Legs can come up. We're gonna roll up to sitting. And if you have blocks or maybe a stack of books, if you're not flexible, we're gonna do some lunge series. So you can have those handy in case you need them. Right foot forward. You want your right knee just above your ankle but not past your ankle. Extend your left leg in the back. Now, I like to wiggle, so like rock just an inch forward and back on my back toes. So I'm wiggling into my left hip flexor. You can finish at the back there. Release your left knee. Release your left toes. Release your left hip. And then bring both hands inside of your front foot. See if you can make your way down, your elbows down to the floor. If not, this is where your blocks or your books come in handy. If you want, you can pop up onto your prop here. Okay, walk yourself back up. Take both hands on top of your front thigh. So your hips are still pressing forward, so you're getting a really deep stretch you can feel in the front of that left hip flexor. And then we're taking our left hand down to the floor or to your block. Okay. So we're going to do a nice big spine twist, open to the right. Take your right hand down to the floor or onto your block. Twist over to your left. Come back to center. Just gonna bring your hips back over your back knee. So now your front leg is extended. I want you to flex your front foot. So the back of that front leg is engaged. You can have your blocks if you need them. Okay, we're just lengthening the spine forward over that front leg. And if you have your blocks, you're here. Okay, so every exhale, trying to get a little deeper, closer to the leg. You can also take your opposite hand, so your left hand, pull the toes back, and keep lengthening through the top of the head. This is our prep for our splits, which we're doing next. If you're ready for it, you're just going to release your foot. Whether you have your blocks or not, you can do your splits like this, right? So you're just going to gently, slowly try to stretch your front leg forward. Back leg will start to extend a little bit. If this is your maximum, you're just going to hang out here. If you can go down a little further, then go ahead. Just about 20 seconds, 10 more seconds now. So breathing into those hips, breathing into those hamstrings. Okay, you're good. Come on out of that split. Nice and gracefully. Take your back leg to the front, shake them out. So we're gonna do that series on the other side, starting with the lunge, okay? So take your left foot forward. Knee just above your ankle, back leg is extended to start. Gentle wiggle into the right hip flexor. Now release your right knee, your right toes, and your right hip, and just take a breath. Both hands are going to come inside the front foot. And now you know what's next. We're going to come down towards the floor to the elbows or onto your block if you're doing the modification. A couple of nice deep breaths here. gonna press up. Hands come on top of that left thigh. Hips are still pressing forward. You're breathing into that right hip flexor. Shoulders are down. Take your right hand to the floor or to your block, and then twist open to the left. Left hand comes down to the floor or the block, twist to your right. Okay, both hands are down now. We're gonna shift our hips back over the back knee. Front leg is extended, flex the front foot, that part is important. Lengthen your spine forward over that front leg. If you're on your blocks, then that's also perfectly fine. Okay, if you like, you can take your right hand and pull your left toes back, lengthening through the spine. So breathing into the back of the left leg, breathing into your back. Slowly coming on out of that. If you're up in your blocks, keep holding onto your blocks. We're going to slowly slide the front leg forward. Back leg will start to extend. Wherever you are in your maximum, if this is your maximum, just stay here. So another 15 seconds or so. Breathing into your hips, hamstrings. And that's that. Come on out of your splits. Bring your legs to the front, shake out your legs. We're just about finished. Let's do one last thing here, working on a center split. We'll do a half straddle. So you're gonna take one leg out to the side. If you wanna mirror me, I've got my right leg out. Pull your other leg in, and let's hinge forward. So if this position is really hard for you to get into, to lean forward, you could hop up onto a block or a stack of books, and that way your hips will be able to hinge forward. And you can fold forward a little bit better. Okay, so breathing into those inner legs, breathing into those hips. Now walk yourself over that extended leg. Can you take the toes or the outside of the leg with your opposite hand? And really resist the opposite hip down into the mat. Center, let's switch it out. So bend the other leg, stretch the other leg, hinge forward, fold forward. Try to release your muscles so you can relax into this. And breathe into those inner legs, inner thighs, hips, and backs. Walk over that extended leg. See if you can take the toes or at least the outside of the leg with the opposite hand and resist that opposite hip down into the mat. Awesome, roll up to sitting. Let's bring both legs into a little diamond and just loosen up your hips, rock the knees and hips side to side. Finish center. Pull your feet in towards your seat about hip width apart. Press forward over your toes in a crouch like this. You're going to release your heels down, stretch your legs out, relax your head, relax your neck. Fold your arms and grab onto your elbows there. And if you like, slow rock side to side. Finish center, release your arms, soften the knees. Full breath to roll it up to standing. Just bring your legs all the way together. One last breath. Inhale, arms are going to come up, eyes are going to come up. Clasp your hands. exhale, pull the hands down, eyes can come forward. Good job, thanks for coming. Thank you.